Hi, welcome. We're going to talk about practicing with the drum pitch, which can be very effective in improving your intonation. But it will be the most effective if you practice with it in the most effective way, meaning that there are some best practices, some best ways to practice with the drum pitch, and some not so good ways. In any case, if you practice with the drum pitch, it's going to improve your intonation over time, but depending on how long it takes to improve your intonation depends on how you use it and the decisions you make along the way. I'll show you. So I'm practicing Brandenburg Concerto No. 5 here on the viola, and viola's not my main instrument, and I want to improve my intonation here on the viola. And I have some G sharps, okay, some high threes, and I got some C sharps over here on the G string, also high three. And I really want to get those in tune. So one school of thought here is to just put it on the A, because that's the string we tune to. All right. And the G sharps were in the key of A here in this passage, so get my fourth finger really in tune. That C sharp, all right? So if you're used to practicing with the drum pitch, then you can do that. You can put it on A, and you can hear that G sharp against the A if you know what it sounds like. If you're new to this, then possibly getting the G sharps in tune with the A will be a little bit difficult. You could just put it on G sharp. And just focus on that note. Mine wants to be flat, so I have to remember to put it a little bit higher. And my C sharp was also flat. Finding the C sharp there. Just one more time. Still wants to be flat. I guess gotta remember to make it higher. There it goes. That's better. All right. Or you can think about the chord. Maybe it's an E chord here. You can put it on an E. I think probably the G sharp, okay? It's best because I can hear the note itself and then that perfect fifth. So getting both those notes and really hearing them and getting them into. So you can play around, all right? You can talk to your teacher about what note might be best. But the critical point to make here is that you have to make the decision about whether it's flat or sharp. And you have to say that to yourself in complete sentences while you are practicing. That note was flat, I need to make it higher. That note was sharp, I need to make it lower. If you don't take the time to go through that process, it takes a very long time to improve your intonation using the drum pitch. Like I said, it will get better, just not very fast. Think of the drum pitch like a stethoscope, okay? The doctor uses a stethoscope to diagnose you, all right? It is a tool for a doctor to listen and then make a decision based on what he heard. It's the decision that makes the diagnosis or changes the outcome, all right? You have to make the diagnosis. You're the doctor here. You're the musician. You have to make the decision about what your finger is going to do the next time around. If you're just letting the drum pitch play in the background and just sliding your fingers and correcting as you go, well, you haven't changed anything. You haven't diagnosed anything, all right? You haven't changed a later outcome. That is the critical step that gets skipped, all right? So make the decision, call it sharp, call it flat, and you will get faster. I know it will feel at first like it's taking forever to stop and decide if it's sharp or flat or whatever, but you will only get faster and faster and faster at hearing things sharp, flat, or in tune. And as you start to make that decision a lot faster, your intonation will improve, and then also practicing with the drum pitch will also improve and become even more efficient. All right? Hope that helps, and we'll see you next time.